Gentlemen, it's time to start. Going live in 10, 9, 8. Hey world, it's Tobo. It's March 16th, 2013, and that's my overlay. Fixed it! Yes! Welcome back to the party. MLG's happening, so if you want something to watch, you don't want to watch this, watch that. It's at MajorLeagueGaming.com, so if you feel like it, that's a thing that's happening. So what am I doing today? Today I'm going to be doing one of Tytalus' streams against Drawnonward, with 20 games played. So let's do that. Alright, first game starting up with Yellow Danger as the spy, Snaps McGee as the seduction target. And immediately, looks like our good friend Drawnonward might be going for a banana bread here. There's no volume. Let me fix that. Hello, volume. I found you. Not a whole lot going on at the moment. He did get a quick flirt in. Looks like I'm turning off the volume again because Tytalus talks a lot, and I'm talking this time, so ha. But yeah, Drawnonward, taking it slowly right off the bat. Looks like he's heading for the statues now. Getting a couple quick inspects in. Still no highlights in for Tytalus, which is interesting. Tytalus is usually pretty good at highlights for as far as I can remember anyways. Quick trip to the windows, and this has been a surprisingly slow-paced game so far. Not really a whole lot happening here on either end. Looks like Drawnonward's going in for another seduction. They've both been pretty close as well, so as soon as he actually does his talk, unless he's done it already and totally missed it, it is possible that he will have finished his seduction with just these two talks, but I'm going to go ahead and assume he needs one more, though it's true that he only does have one more minute, and as far as I know, he's only got 2 missions done. So that's an issue. Going in for his banana bread here, but gets ditched. So that sucks. There are a couple of highlights here, but none of them are Drawnonward, which is okay, because Drawnonward really hasn't gotten a whole lot done. Going in for another attempt at the banana bread, it looks like. Nope, just finishing up his seduction. So, we'll call that 2 missions, I think. That may well have been a bug. There's a banana bread, and there's the shot. That was a bug. So, Drawnonward is down 1-0 right off the bat. Now, I can't actually skip ahead right now, just because there's some weird thing going on with Twitch where it doesn't show you the video times, and at the same time that little bar at the bottom of the screen that goes across to show you how far along in the video you are, it's not there. So that's an issue. It means I can't really skip ahead very easily, but they're taking a while, so I'm going to try anyways. I found the next game. Alright, here we go. Tytalus as Brimsworth Buckswoggle. Getting a really quick inspect here, and quite likely just got highlight for it. Actually goes for the swap, and it was a green, so this is a problem. He's gonna get shot here, isn't he? No, he's actually decidedly not shot, so that's interesting. May have gotten away with that swap, which is a damn good thing for our friend Tytalus. Taking his time about doing the next thing. A swap and an inspect so early on. There's the banana bread. There was a green test too, so... Well, that happened. So, I don't know how Tytalus got up to 2, but I fixed it. 1 and 1. So, I guess Drawn saw the swap, but wasn't 100% sure that it was a swap. So, getting ready to go into game number 3, tied up at 1. Here we go. Drawnonward is red dress with Snaps McGee once more as the seduction target. Drawn finishes his drink while he's chatting up with Blue Danger. And not a whole lot happening right off the bat again. This seems to be an interesting thing with Drawnonward. I do the same thing, but generally, if I remember correctly, Drawnonward's a bit more active. Though I admit I haven't really watched as much Drawnonward as I can. Getting his first seduce in. Pretty good one at that from the distance, as far as I can tell. Couple of highlights coming out from Tytalus. But Drawnonward has, so far, managed to avoid that, going in for an inspect here. Not getting highlight for it, which is interesting. I've noticed that people have kind of started shying away from highlighting people just for being at a statue. Which is interesting. The metagame's changing a bit. There's the banana bread. Okay! That was fast. He's apparently swapped a statue and I totally didn't see it. So, that explains it. Tytalus up 2 to 1. And apparently I'm not feeling very talkative today. Or something. I don't know. Let's see if I can find the next game here. Here we are. Alright. So Tytalus up 2 to 1. Tytalus' turn as spy. Drawnonward is really taking his time in the spy front. But still getting found out. Here Tytalus actually starts right at a statue and goes for the insta-swap. Takes an inspect away from it as well. I wonder if Drawnonward had seen what the statue was before the swap happened. It looked like he did, considering how hard he was laser burning for a moment there, but he would have shot by this point, so I guess not. Looks like he went in for a banana bread there, but then the double agent left and the seduction target showed up, so that changed his plans around a little bit, but not really any worse the wear for it. Either way, I'm pretty damn sure he's already highlit, even if he's still alive. Which, apparently he is, so I don't know why I said that. Not anymore, though. He just got shot. Not really sure what prompted that, actually. I guess he was just trying to figure out whether or not it was actually a swap or not, because I don't really think he did anything particularly suspicious there, but it's 2 to 2, and I believe we are moving on to balcony for our 5th game. Drawnonward as spy, blue dress, And again, snaps is the seduction target. One quick, really quick seduction, actually. Not a particularly good one, but it was there nonetheless, which is always good. Finishing off his drink here with the ambassador next to him, possibly in range to be bugged as well. Taking what I think is another seduction there. So, one more, I'm going to assume, is all he needs to finish up that seduction. This could be a banana bread. Yep, there's a banana bread. It's a white test, so that could be a bit of an issue. And he is highlight for it. So, there are 3 possibilities right now. 2 highlights. Drawnonward is at the top of the list, so... But he shoots Blue Danger instead. A 50-50 shot and just barely picks it wrong. This, I believe, is the first time the Spies actually won so far, which is interesting. But yeah, 50-50 shot on balcony, didn't quite make it. As I'm trying to find the next game here again. This is always weird to do without the timing bar, but here we go. Tytalus as spy on balcony. Going into the 6th game. Let's see how this turns out. Also blue dress, actually. Starting out the only one outside of the conversation, which is not where you want to be right now, because that looks like a really juicy target for everything. Goes ahead and decides not to take a drink, as the seduction target bails on him. I'm pretty sure he just got highlight too for the pathing. Possibly the weird ambassador thing, or maybe getting stuck on someone, I'm not sure. Everyone's in the convo here, though, and he just red tested the flirt, so that sucks. I'm pretty sure that wasn't intentional. Oh man, that's such bad luck. He's coming back, though, so giving Tytalus another shot at this. There's a banana bread. Nice green test, only one person outside of conversation. Goes for the flirt. Not a green flirt. He doesn't actually have a whole lot of time here. Might have to go for the bug. He is in range, but Drawn's looking right at it, so this is dangerous. Do something about Toby. He's just standing there. Look at Toby. Tytalus. Okay, never mind. That freaked me out. Anyways, looks like Tytalus is really running out of time here. Does a little bit of bouncing around on the AI. He looks like, oh god, the ambassador's in a really bad spot for a bug as well, so this could be a huge problem. He doesn't have time to get his flirts in. Looks like he's going to try for it, though. Maybe not. 15 seconds to go. And just winds up getting shot. So, Drawnonward, up 4-2. Balcony is always so interesting to watch because sometimes the shots can come so out of the blue that you really can't see them coming. Anyways, moving on to Veranda, with Drawnonward playing Spy as Burgundy Dress, and not Snaps as selection target this time. This time it's actually White Danger. So Drawnonward does a quick 180. Looks like he's going to... Actually, no, he's just hanging out at the window. Here he's going off to the other side, probably to either... Nope, looks like he's going for an inspect. So, never mind what I was about to say. Actually, just... What? I'm not the only one who's seeing this, right? Like, look at Drawnonward. What's the heck is going on? Sorry, my casting just died because Drawnonward is walking around in the holding statue animation. And well, holding a book now, so hopefully that got rid of it. That was really weird. Anyways, I'm going to assume he got an inspect done out of all that shenaniganry. He just did a microfilm in like plain sight of Drawnonward and got away with it. So, wow, that whole walking shenaniganry really threw me. Drawn's going in for another inspect here. 2 minutes and 15 seconds left, and I think he's got 2 inspects and 1 microfilm transfer. He's going to need to put it back in a book somewhere if he wants to get this done, but he's been moving fairly slowly, likely because of statue weirdness. I do have to wonder where he's heading now, though. Up, just to a window. So, checks his watch. Is the time ad? Doesn't look like it. That was odd pathing. Look, he's going to try for a bug here. Yep, there's the bug. Completely unnoticed, so. Drawnonward, actually not doing too bad here. Got a minute and 30 left. And he doesn't have a whole lot of missions done, but he's got a lot of missions close. Assuming I'm not completely screwing this up here. Well, he got shot when I went for water, so apparently me going for water gets people shot. That's another game for Tytalus, though, so he's pulling it back in. 3-4 in favor of Drawn. Still. As we go into the next game, which is also on Veranda. I don't know why I felt the need to say that, but that's where the game is. Tytalus playing as Spy this time around. Drawnonward on Sniper. Any 5 of 6, the standard setup. And here we go. Immediately stops at a statue here. Quick inspect. And there's no way he's going to swap this. It's a front statue. He's just not going to do it. Thank you, Tytalus, for making me not a liar. Gets a quick bug in. Doesn't look like Drawn saw it. Doesn't suspect anything at all here. So, Tytalus, starting out fairly quickly. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left, and he's already got a bug and an inspect done with 5 missions total to get done. Looks like he's heading in here to see if he can get a microfilm train. There's the transfer. Green test. Right as Drawnonward comes around. Did he see it? Well, looks like he got highlight for it, but Drawnonward wasn't sure. So, bit of a close call. It's a damn good thing you got that green test, or otherwise he'd just be dead. But Drawnonward wasn't really sure about what he saw. So Tytalus, still in a fairly good position, goes for the time ad though. Didn't get away with that one. Drawnonward's got his eyes open, and, well, yeah, he's playing Spy Party. He's got his eyes open, Evan. Well, you guys know my name now. Anyways, let's see if I can find the next game. Oh, boy. Alright. Looks like we're back to Courtyard. Blondo, I believe, is the one that Drawnonward is playing as, with light green dress as a seduction target. So he got one quick seduce right away at the window there. Probably shouldn't be calling it a window because it's not, but I'm going to keep calling it a window. Goes in for another seduce at the statues. And a couple of inspects as well. He should be able to get both his inspects done now that light green dress put down her statue. Drawnonward puts down the statue after 2 cycles, so he should have his... There, see, I'm not the only one who calls it a window. That's perfect. Should have his inspects done. I wasn't paying attention to see if he swapped or not, so that sucks. And he should have his seduction almost done, if not completely done at this point. There's the banana bread. It's a green test, so that should help. Still not Highlight, so Drawnonward's doing a damn good job this round. Getting a lot done, getting it done quickly. Still got 1 minute and 30 left. Already got 2 missions done. There's finishing up some specs. This will be, not in specs, seductions. This will be a 3rd. Got Highlight for it as well. So, Tytalus really paying attention to the inspects there, which is interesting to note, because I'm terrible at finding inspects. It's hard. 1 more mission is all Drawn needs. And he's got 1 minute to do it. Four highlights, 2 normal lights, the rest are low lit. Drawnonward, I don't think he's at the top of the list, but he is highlight. 40 seconds to go. Drawnonward's gotta do something. He's really just hanging out. Here he goes. He may have been going for a bug there, but the ambassador moves. Gets caught on someone as he's coming into the statues. I think he may have done a swap here. There he goes, puts it down, makes a run for it. Gets shot for it as well. So, Tytalus ties it up at 4... Never mind. It's 4-5. He didn't tie it up. He's getting close, though. Anyways, go back to my face cam while I flip through this and see if I can find the next game. Here we are. Alright. So, this time Tytalus playing Spy. This is his chance to tie up the set at 5 apiece here. Again, immediately starts out at the statues. And gets the quick bug as well. But then that happened. Well, that was quick. 6-4, Drawnonward. Yeah, that was a thing that occurred. Anyways, Drawnonward actually doing a damn good job as sniper here. Really, Tytalus is having issues trying to get past him. Most of his wins have come from sniper wins. If not all of his wins, actually. Drawnonward playing really well tonight. Waiting for the game to start. Alright, here we go. Drawnonward is light green dress with light blue jacket as the seduction target. No quick missions. Goes to the statues fairly early on though, so he's looking to get a couple of inspects in. I didn't get a look at that statue, so I couldn't tell you if he swapped it or not. I'm going to go ahead and assume he didn't. So, that's 1 mission down already. And no highlights. So, that's fine. It's pretty early on. It's just, I'm always a little bit surprised when there's a distinct lack of highlights going on. There's the banana bread. It was a white test. We was talking during it. Didn't get highlight, though. So, oh, there it goes. Now we got highlight. So, Drawnonward takes an early highlight here. Though, there are a lot of people that took that early highlight as well, as we're getting lag. But it's fixed, so all good. Drawnonward. Still just hanging out in this conversation. Wow, looks like Tytalus went all in on the people in those 2 conversations where the double agents were, really banking on that being a real banana bread. And I'm pretty sure it was, so may have been a bit of a risky move, but it was a move that worked. He's really not moving a whole lot, though. Here he goes. Looks like he's heading to somewhere. Going for the seduce, I think. And if you're seeing a lot of lag, that's actually on the video itself, rather than on my end. Although, knowing my internet connection, it may well be on my end as well. So, there he goes off, gets his seduce. And I was worried the match actually froze for a second there, but we're back in business. Only a minute left and not a whole lot done. He's got his banana bread finished. He's got his inspect finished, and he's got 1 seduction in. Looks like he's going for a bug here. I wonder if he'll actually get this off. It doesn't look like it. Tytalus is really watching this like a hawk. There's the bug, actually. Tytalus didn't see it. 1 more mission to go. Here he's going in for another seduce. See if he can get this off. Video is continuing to lag quite badly. Well, I don't think we're actually missing anything, though. Just having big gaps between the frames. I don't know if he actually got that seduce off because the seduction target bailed on him. This could be a big problem. You might have to go in for a panic swap. That looks like that's exactly what he's doing. Picking up a 3 from the statue there. There's the swap, and there's the shot. So Tytalus back within 1. And hopefully, once I find this next game, lag won't be happening anymore. This is weird. I'm assuming it was just his stream lagging when he was actually playing, but it's making the casting a little bit odd. That's okay. Here we're going in again. Ready for Tytalus to take up the mantle of spy once more. And nothing's happening. Oh. Looks like Drawn's hit 600 spy wins. Nice. Anyways, back to the action. Generalissimo with John Revolta. Quick seduction. Not a great one, but it was certainly there. As he goes right over to the statues immediately afterwards. Looks like he may have gotten highlight there, but I couldn't really tell. If so, that'll be a bit of a problem. Being highlight so early always is. Got his inspect done. Nope, there was the highlight, so. Okay, he's hovering over Tytalus for quite often here. Goes for a quick, seduction, and then immediately stopped talking. Don't think Drawn saw it. One more seduce. Should be able to finish that up. 2 minutes left. 1 mission done. And most of his seduce. There's the signal. Wasn't a green test, though, so he's going to be playing the talking animation while it goes down. And I can only assume he's highlight at this point because Drawn hovered over him quite a few times, like 3 now. So, not really sure what to think, so I'm just going to say he's highlight. 2 missions done. One mission close. Minute and 20 seconds to go. Still just hanging out here in this conversation. And here he goes. So he's going to get another seduction in here while he's... Ooh, missed the pad for a moment. But Drawn was on the other end of the statue, so you couldn't have seen it. Finishes up his seduction. And will he go for the swap? No, he doesn't. Probably a good play. 1 minute to go. One mission to do. Looked like he was going for a bug there. So, I'm pretty sure at this point Tytalus plans to bug rather than swap. And the lag is still occurring. Makes me sad. Watching the ambassador here. He's stopping in this conversation. There's a spot, not really a spot next to him. It's going to be really tight, and it will certainly violate the ambassador's personal space. But he's only got 30 seconds to try something, so it looks like he's going to go for it. Come on, lag, don't do this. There's the bug. Bit of an odd path to go with it, but it doesn't look like he got caught. Tytalus, I'm pretty sure 2 seconds plus lag, and there it is. Tytalus ties it up at 6. They've played 12 games, 8 more to go, and we're all tied up here. So this is actually a pretty interesting set so far, as I continue the hunt for the next game. Here we go. I think this is it. Yep, here we go. Game just started. Yellow Danger will be the spy, with Light Blue Jacket again as the seduction target. So, no real quick, no quick seductions going down, no real quick missions going on at all. Heads right on to the statues, actually, so he may actually, considering Blondo just went to the middle, actually just coming out of the middle, so no, he should get to, never mind, green dress is in the middle, so we may only actually get one inspect from that, but it's not like he got highlight for it, so it's all good. One quick inspect at a side statue. Actually did wind up getting highlight for it as he goes in for the seduce. There's a seduction. Actually, Blue Jacket did bail on him, so I can't be 100% sure that he actually got it off. It looked like he had enough time to, but it's kind of... It would have been close, I'll tell you that much. There's the banana bread. It was a green test, so I wasn't talking during it. But, gets shot anyway. Was there a swap I missed? Yes, there was, which will be why he was highlight. Drawn takes the lead once again at 7-6. So yeah, Drawn just apparently wasn't 100% sure about the statue swap. I really need to be more vigilant about swaps of statues, so oh well, next time I will catch it, and I'll say it on stream and feel like a good caster. As I'm continuing to have some serious issues finding the next game here. This is okay. I'm having a lot of trouble with this Twitch window for some reason. Sorry about this, guys. I won't be too long. Just give me a second. Here we go. Found it! Let's see if Tytalus can answer back with a game of his own. And away we go. Tytalus looked like he wanted a quick bug there, but didn't quite get it off. Gonna go for a long-range seduce instead. It was fast, though, and it was a green test, so 2 more of those, she'll get that mission done. A really quick refuse on that drink from Toby, and I think he may have actually got highlight for it, so... Drawnonward, really keen eyes tonight. Still just hanging out in this conversation. Not really getting a whole lot done, but considering I'm pretty sure he's already highlight, this could be a bit of a problem. Here goes into the statues to a side statue, so he won't get all his inspects done here, just 2 of the 3, but all that means is he'll have to go to the statue 1 more time before he's able to finish that up. Okay, I was worried I froze again. Gets his gets his 2 inspects finished, puts it down after the 2nd cycle. And he actually doesn't have swap statue as an available mission, so that's not something I have to worry about, even though he's playing as spy, so I can just see it happen. Here he goes in for another fairly long-range seduce. Really doesn't want to associate him with Yellow Jacket right now, it looks like. Actually missed his turn to talk as well, so I wonder what he was looking at. There's the flirt, and immediately stops talking. Why is this? This is a thing that Tytalus does a lot. He loves to stop talking. And sometimes it causes problems for him. So he's actually planning to pick up this drink from Toby. Or he's just not paying attention and waiting for a bug, and Toby's just gonna stand there, offering his drink. There we go. Moving on to the next Danger Brother over. 1 minute and 30 seconds left, and Tytalus really isn't getting a whole lot done. So he may have to... He's going to have to pick up the pace here if he wants to finish this up. Looks like he's going out to the statues to finish up his... No, actually, he's going to finish up his seduction. If he gets a green test, he'll be able to, but he's not quite... Doesn't quite have enough seduction done to finish it up with, and the seduction target just bails on him. So it doesn't matter anyway. That's a huge problem. 1 minute and 10 seconds and not a single mission complete yet. He's really going to have to start motoring if he wants to get this done. Double Agent goes in the conversation with him and he immediately gets signaled, but it was a white test, so this could be dangerous. Although he really has basically been idling a lot, so I don't think he's gonna be the top suspect. Actually gets the wrong person shot. According to Drawn, she was weird. I believe this is the second civilian casualty of the night, which is actually a pretty good record. 7-7, all tied up after 14 games. Let's see if Tytalus can actually manage to take the lead for the first time of the evening here. Tytalus was having some serious speed problems that round, but even though he didn't manage to actually get his missions done, managed to not get shot at least, and that's how you win Spy Party, right? Not getting shot. Always a good idea. Even when you're not playing Spy Party. Don't get shot. You heard it here first. Looks like we're about to head into the next game. As soon as I can find it. There we are. Yellow Danger Brother, I believe, is the spy, unless I'm missing something. And Light Blue Jacket again as the seduction target. I believe this is right. Either way, not really a whole lot happening right off the bat. Just hanging out in the conversation and talking. No fancy business. And no funny business. Tytalus has a quick couple of highlights, but Drawnonward taking it slow early on to help avert suspicion. Working pretty well in this game. This lag's killing me, man, I swear. Actually gets low lit, and that actually makes me pretty sure I read off the wrong thing, so let me fix it. Blue dress, at this point I'm pretty sure, is the spy, with burgundy dress as the seduction target. Let's go with that, because Yellow Danger really isn't doing anything. Now, I haven't really been watching Blue Dress enough to say what she's been up to, but I'll do my best. Looks like she might actually go for the banana bread here. The conversation's certainly big enough to try it. Did it? Nope, didn't freeze. Okay. Wow, this lag's really bad. This never happened before. Weird. And the thing that's confusing is this is from Tytalus' stream, and Tytalus usually has like amazingly high quality stream quality. Amazingly high quality stream quality? Yeah, that's words. Yeah, it's Blue Dress is definitely the spy because they just saw her get caught on somebody. Goes in for another seduction here. And I'm just at 51 seconds left. I'm going to assume that's her seduction's finished off. I can't tell you how many missions she's got done, but no banana bread yet. So I'm pretty confident he's not actually finished up here either way. Drawnonward, run out of time. Is he actually following the seduction? Looks like he might be. It's the only reason I can think of that he would have gotten into there. He's only got 15 seconds, so if he wants to get a mission win, he's going to have to do something right now. There he goes. Goes for the bug. I think that was a bug anyways. I'm actually almost sure that was a bug. Lag is happening. Overtime is happening. More lag is happening. And shooting is happening. Alright. Tytalus takes the lead for the first time in the evening. 8-7 for Tytalus. Good games. But it's amazing just how many sniper wins have been going around, because the spies really seem like they're having trouble. I don't know if that's because of... My train of thought just exploded, so I'm not even going to try following that path because it's not going to end well. Let's just see if I can find the next game here. Come on. I think my window may have just crashed. Hang on a second. I'm going to try reloading this window. Sorry, I apologize for the inconvenience. Oh god, everything's exploding and everything's terrible. Right. Just give me a moment. Okay, okay. So, the Twitch window crashed. I'm gonna see if I can bring it back up again. Yes, no survivors for my exploding thought train. It just, everything died. Particularly my thoughts. Versus Drawnonward. Okay, so I almost have it fixed, don't worry. I'm almost there. Does that look right? And close enough! Now, I have to find the game again. So, let's just give this a moment here. I apologize for the amount of moments that this is taking. I'm just having a really weird night, apparently, as far as the stream goes. That's alright, though. Just trying to figure out where we were. Well, I found the game that just finished, anyways. So that's a good start. I did it! I saved the stream. It took a while, but I did it. Okay. Apparently Drawnonward apologizes for me. But we're back at it. Okay. And the lag has been fixed as well. A little bit of odd pathing for an attempted early seduce that didn't work, but he didn't get highlight for it, so no harm done. Goes in for a really quick banana bread. It was a green test. It was a white test, I mean, though, so he didn't. He actually played the animation. My brain's really scattered. Anyways, point is, he bailed on it. Didn't get highlight. Drawn didn't see it. It's all good. Gets a couple of inspects in. And with 2 minutes and 15 seconds left to go, he actually swaps the statue? It was a green swap, so I'm really surprised about this turn of events. The lag has returned, ladies and gentlemen. Tytalus has been highlight. And it looks like he's gonna go get a quick seduce in here. Yep, there's the seduction. Probably going to get that statue swapped sometime pretty soon if it hasn't been already. But I'm a little bit worried about our friend Tytalus here. That swap seemed to be at a bit of an odd time. He's still not dead though, so that's pretty good. And he's got 1:30, and he's only got one mission to go. So that's certainly playing in his favor. Time is on his side. And it looks like he survived the swap, so he may actually be able to pull a win out of this game. I've noticed that it's practically impossible for me to tell when a swap's going to work and when it's going to fail miserably, so I just kind of default to swap gets you shot when I'm casting, I suppose. There's some really nice ones that, like there was one last week that James, I think, did that earned him 50 points on the derping around scale, but other than that, I generally just tend to think swaps get you shot. Minute left, and he's still chasing after this seduction. It's quite likely that our friend the Danger Brother is going to walk away from it again here. Actually gets a green, and gets it off as well. So 45 seconds, and one seduce to go before he finishes this up. Did I freeze again? Okay, we're good. Still laggy, but good. Alright. This is an enormous conversation. A few people just left, sides opened up, and it looks like Drawnonward. I mean, Tytalus may well get his missions done right here. 23 seconds to go. Preparing for his final seduce. There it goes off. As soon as the lag finishes up, here we go. 18 seconds when the countdown started. And I'm pretty sure he's got this game in the bag. I don't see Drawnonward really noticing anything awry here. And there it goes. Tytalus up 9-7. So Tytalus, though he had a rocky start early on, looks like he's finally hit his stride, finally found the groove he likes playing in. And he's actually brought it back up again. 7-9 in favor of Tytalus. As we're going into the next game here, Generalissimo is the spy with burgundy dress as the seduction target. Generalissimo not doing anything extraordinary right off the bat here. Just hanging out in the convo, chatting it up as Tytalus does all the usual opening lowlights. Here he goes in for the inspect. And knowing drawn, maybe a swap as well. And I'm not going to miss it this time if he does swap. I'm going to catch it. But it's pretty safe to say he's getting his inspects done here, so that'll be 2. Which is all he needs on this map. He swapped, didn't he? Nope. That's still the same stature as it was before. Now I'm just getting paranoid. Anyways, he's got his inspects done. So, that's one early mission finished up. Weird pathing. I actually got caught on the ambassador a second there, even though I didn't see a bug. Got highlight for it. Looks like he's poised for a banana bread. There it goes off. It was a green test too, I'm pretty sure. Tytalus playing the low light game. But I don't think he saw Generalissimo talking during the banana bread, so lots of highlights going on here. We've got 6. I can count highlights. And actually only one normal light. As he's getting a seduce in here. Minute and 30 to go. 2 missions done. Seduce about halfway there, I would assume. Wow. Tytalus has basically everyone who's not low-lit, high-lit. Except for Red Dress, so... There are a lot of highlights going on, which will keep Drawnonward a little bit under the radar, but, and, you know, hang out in an empty conversation always helps, but he's only got 50 seconds here. He's going to have to start doing something. Looks like he's going in for what could be a swap. There it is. Got the swap and got shot for it. Tytalus picking up another game, 10-7. We're almost done here. Actually, we're running out of games. Drawnonward is gonna have to pick up every one of the next 3. At least I think there's 3 to go if he wants to tie up the set. Tytalus. Looking like he's about to take this, actually. He had quite a rocky start, but he's really pulled himself back into the game here. This has actually been a really long cast, possibly largely because of the technical difficulties that were going on halfway through, but who cares? Looks like we're heading back to... Nope, staying in Courtyard. As the next game, Tytalus is picking up the spiral. As they're talking about finishing up their games at an even 20. 3, 2, 1, let's jam! In the words of Drawnonward. Now is a good time to start the game. Okay, now I want to pull up the Cowboy Bebop theme, but oh well. Actually goes for a really quick time ad there, and it was green, and he got highlight. Goes for another time ad, and it was green again. So, 4 minutes on the clock. Tytalus has all the time in the world in exchange for a highlight. Returns a briefcase really quick. Pretty good return as well. So that's good to see. Goes in for the statues. For a couple of inspects. And he really doesn't have to worry here. He's got a lot of time on his hands after those 2 time ads. He can afford to spend a lot of it throwing off suspicion. Looks like he's going in for the banana bread right off the bat, though. Looking around to check conversations. A lot of people in them, so he's got time. Actually takes a drink from Toby. I think this is the first time I've seen a spy do that tonight. Doesn't get the banana bread off, though. That's alright. Again, he's got plenty of time. Goes in for a flirt at the window. Actually gets the seduction target shot. Oh my goodness. Tytalus actually just won because he hit 11 points and we were playing 20 games. So, that happened. Yay, Tytalus. I applaud you. I was right about getting highlight, though. Actually, apparently he got marked less suspicious right before the time ad, and then the time ad happened, and he got suspicioned. Anyways, we're going into here Drawnonward's final spy game. playing as red flannel jacket with yellow jacket as a seduction target. As soon as I find this. Come on, almost there. There we go. Here's the game starting up. Once again, red flannel jacket is drawn onward with yellow jacket as the seduction target. Drawn immediately goes for the statues. Getting a couple quick inspects. Not highlight for it. Which I'm sure is fine by him. No swap has occurred. I'm paying attention to that now. Actually did get highlight though as he walked away from it. I wonder what that was for. Because he doesn't seem to be highlighting people who go to the statues early. Actually, was that a green swap? Yes, it was. Bada boom, bada bing. Bada bang. In the face. Well, in the side of the face, but close enough. Tytalus up to 12. And we've got one more game to go. Ready to close out the evening with a game of Spy from Tytalus. Here we go. Yep, that's too far in. Ah. How'd this happen? What have I done? Okay, I fixed it. We're back. Last game. Tytalus' Spy. 12-7. Tytalus is, despite a rocky start, had a damn good run here. Exchanging a few pleasantries. And away we go. AI were being nice to him. Immediately gets off a flirt. Not an amazing one, but it was a green test, so it was pretty good in its own right. Actually in a pretty full conversation with the DA as well. Goes for the banana bread. It was a white test, as well as a double talk. As far as I can tell, though, he did not get highlight. Chasing after snaps for another seduction. There it goes off. One more of those will get him done. Actually bails on it right after he finishes the seduce. Goes for the swap. Drawnonward. Think he might have seen that. But looks like Tytalus got away with it. So swap and a banana bread done, and most of his seduction with 2 minutes to go. Tytalus is in amazing shape. I don't even think he's been highlight. And that was a swap that was very well done when Drawnonward decided to sweep around to have a look at it. He saw Tytalus putting down the statue, but I don't think he recognized that it was swapped. Tytalus here just finished up his seduction. And with 1:10 to go, just one more mission to go, and actually has his inspects available. It looks like that's what he's going to do right now. It's going to be almost impossible for him to get shot off this as well. But he did. I stand corrected. We finished up here after about an hour of casting, which is a new record for me, I might add. 12-8 in favor of Tytalus. MLG is happening. Go watch that. It's fun. And until next time, this is Taboshi, signing off.